everyone, this morning I'm working on this nice CSX SD40. It's really dusty, but other than that everything's there. It's got its two couplers, it's got the horn, the handrails are in good shape. It's just really dirty. Well, let's go see if it runs. Well, it looks like it's gonna kind of want to run. It's just very dirty, and that if this was my engine, I would be really annoyed with it. But because I bought it used, all I need to do is do a little bit of cleanup, and it should be good. Yeah, it's gonna kind of want to run. Also, there's an arrow here to tell you which way to put the trucks, and this truck was put on backwards. You can see the truck's rubbing against the gas tank. It's a small thing, but the locomotive doesn't sit right on the tank, so these arrows should be pointing out. It also came with the wrong box. It doesn't really matter. I'm still going to be able to remove the shell with that. Then we'll do the other side. Just a little bit more, and that should be good. I'll do the rest with my screwdriver. So the shell's not in bad shape, and the drive looks to be okay, other than it's really dirty. So I'm going to take the two screws off. These screws, they hold the two parts together. Keep your stuff organized. The gas tank, it will get cleaned when I do the shell at the same time I'll do the gas tank. So these things, don't want to lose them. Same with the two screws. They should fall right off. This one's a little bit stubborn. And then the two frames are going to split apart. Don't forget your light shield and the two lights. So your frame's going to split apart, and then it will release the two trucks. And that's it. Then we can spread apart the two frames. Then you got the two frame halves. Sometimes I won't wash the frames, but today I feel like I need to. The frame itself feels really dirty, so I'll be washing the frame. These little insulators, I don't want to lose them when I'm washing my frame, so I'm going to push them out. That way I can come back to them later and put them back in while I reinstall everything. So I'll keep working on this off camera. So I'm going to remove the two worm gears very gently. And the other side. And the motor. The frame I'm going to run under my tap with my toothbrush and some dish soap to remove the dirt. But the motors I don't run them under the tap. I'll wipe them with a clean cloth, and I'll put a little bit of lubrication on it, but very little. I'm just going to put a little drop down here. Just one drop, that's all you need. And I'm gonna work it in by turning the shaft very slowly. Never put oil in here where the commutator is. That would be bad. And also, never clean a motor with steel wool because the magnets will attract the small steel particles and then you're buggered. Just running the frame under my tap feels much better. So as my frame dries, I took my shell apart. I didn't have to, but it's going to help me get in there and clean a little bit more details. Look at this beautiful checker plate. It's really cool. For the worm gears, all you need is one drop on each side. That's it. And you're good to go. So I already put the motor back in. Now I'm going to add the 2 worm gears. So now that my frame is done, my motor and worm gears, I'm going to work on the trucks. So these, all you need to do is pry very gently on the side and they come right out. The side frames are pretty sturdy, but it'd be a shame to break them. So you definitely want to take your time with that. Go just a little bit at a time. Then next thing you know, you'll have it in your hands. You'll be ready to move on to something else. Here we go. So the side frames, you just clean them with your toothbrush. That's pretty easy. The pickup strips, they just need to be wiped. And I'll take the wheels out. This would be called your gearbox. That too can go under the tap. And then the wheels go under the tap, and I'll clean them with my rag as well. The trucks didn't feel too horribly dirty. I couldn't find any cat hair or dog hair. They just felt like it was dirt, actually, that was in there. I think maybe people use dirt for weathering freight cars or engines, or they would use the dirt for scenery. So that would be the problem. So I run the wheels against my rag. I find that that does a really good job. So the arrows goes towards the outside on both sides. So I bring my second half of the frame in, but before I do that, I have to bring my insulators back in. These are not very big, but without them, the locomotive will short circuit and it won't run. So don't forget to put them in. You do need them. And then the pins from the engine cradle will keep it in place. And then you can put your trucks back in. And the other side. And then you can start putting back the retainers. Next, I'm going to put in the 2 contact strips. The contact strips, they go under here, over this one, and over this one here. The gas tank will hold them in place. So at this point, I'm just going to check them to make sure everything runs properly before I put my shell back on. I'll be testing it on the track also before. Don't forget your 2 lights. and your light shield. That's starting to look good. Well, it runs much better now. All that's left to do is put the shell back on. It goes back nice and easy. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.